I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're allowed to start again. You are allowed to start again, whatever it is, right? For me, it's gonna be weight loss journey. Like every time I start, it lasts a few days. I get good, maybe in a week, maybe a week. It might last a week, and then I get to a point where I'm like, I just want to eat whatever. I want to do whatever. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like exercising. Especially right now, y'all, in Arizona, it is hot. It is very hot. Okay, it's like 90 degrees outside. So my afternoon walks, they not becoming my afternoon walks no more because it's hot. So that's an excuse. But at the end of the day, I have to find a way to start over. So when I say, hey, this week I didn't do what I was supposed to do, I didn't eat the best, I didn't work out how I was supposed to, you know what I'm gonna do next week? I'm gonna start over. If I was in a relationship with somebody that wasn't kind to me, they weren't nice, they weren't whatever, they didn't treat me right, they didn't respect me, they weren't faithful, you know what? Instead of saying, you know what, I'm this age, we got these amount of kids, we done been through so much, let me just stay, let me just stay, let me just stay. I'm allowed to say, you know what, nah, I'm starting over. Like, how difficult it may be, it's not going to be easy. Whether it's a weight loss journey, whether it's starting over from a relationship, whether you're moving away from your hometown to start over in a new city, state, it's not going to be easy. I'm not telling you it is, but I'm telling you you're allowed to start over and you can do it. Like no matter how many times you get knocked down, you get pushed down, you get set back, because it's going to be setbacks, it's going to be knockdowns, it's going to be, you're not going to get the results you want, you're not going to get the maybe the answer that you want. You have to say, you know what, I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna start again. So I got that rejection, but you know what, I'm gonna put more applications in. I didn't get this right, but I'm gonna start again. Like, you have to be able and willing to start over every single time. If it don't work out, start over. So for me, I had a business that I'll talk about at some point on here, but I haven't talked too much about it. But I had a business some years ago, and I didn't have the business acumen that I should have had. If I had known what I know now, it would have been way more successful. But what I have to understand is that I can start over. So my plan at some point in life is to start another business at some point. Don't know what it's going to be, don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm going to do it again because I'm going to start over, because now I have experience. So that's the thing, that's the key. Whether you were in a relationship that didn't work out, it was toxic, cheat, like whatever happened, that relationship, and you move on and you get into another relationship, you're starting over. What you have to understand is you're not starting from scratch. You have previous experience. So if you knew being with a man that did this wasn't something that was conducive to your relationship, moving on to the next person, you should say, you know what? If I knew that man had that character trait and this man has the same one and it wasn't good back then, it's probably not going to be good now. I'm not going to go with this man, because you're starting with experience and not from scratch. So that's sometimes what I feel like we don't think about as advantages. Like for me, let me talk about weight. So I know for me, I can eat fine for the most part, like during the day if I want to, because it's only limited options where I'm at. But when I leave work and I'm on my way home and I pass a million places, that's when I'm like, I want a snack. And the snack is not always, it's typically not good. It's just fast food. So I know that now. I know that. I know that right now it's hot outside. So I haven't been doing my afternoon walks. So now I know, hey, you might need to do a walk in the beginning of the day. Or when you get home, just do a workout inside. Because you know you're not going to walk when you get home, because you know that about yourself now. You have that experience to where you know, nah. So when you're starting over, don't be afraid to take back or think about the experience that you had before. Like think about what happened prior in the last situation and what went wrong or what didn't go right and what you can do better this time. So if you're moving, say, away from your area and you're like, listen, I did that before and I had to come right back home, because I know people that happened to, okay, reevaluate. Why did I have to come right back home when I moved away the first time? Was it because I didn't have enough money? Was it because I wasn't prepared enough? Was it because I didn't get the best job? Was it because I didn't do my research on the area that I lived in? Was it because my family had issues? Like, what was the reason? And if you can mitigate that next time, do that. Do that. So if the issue was you didn't have enough money, okay, now you're back home. Get a higher paying job so you can save more money. That way, when you relaunch and you go back or you move away to somewhere else, you have more money. So now you won't be moving right back home, because that's not going to be one of your problems. There are going to be other problems probably, but that won't be one of them, because you know better now. You know you need X amount of dollars to actually live comfortable when you do that move. Or you say, you know what, instead of just moving on my own and paying all this money out of my pocket, let me find a job that offers relocation assistance. So now I'm getting reimbursed for the money I spent. So actually I have a little cushion. You see? So I think sometimes we think about starting over like it's so dreadful, and it is sometimes. It really is. Because you put so much time, you put so much effort. My goodness, you put so much effort into things and it didn't work out. Been there. I invested a lot in my business. Not a lot, but I invested money that I wish I could have right now. Or at least money that I wish would have came back on my investment. But it didn't. I lost all of that money because I didn't do what I needed to do, and I wasn't prepared enough with the business side of things. So now what I'll do, I'll tell you part of what I'll do next time. I'm talking to a lawyer first. I got a lawyer at the end, but if I had talked to a lawyer in the beginning, things would have went differently. I'm going to talk to my developer, have these conversations. Hey, what do we need to do to make sure this website is A1, straight, crisp, all of that? Like, I'm going to make sure I don't have other people running my social media business page. I will run it, or it'll be with somebody I know personally, not random people that have a company, because you just can't trust people. But these are all things I learned from my first business situation that I will do differently moving forward when I start over. So don't be afraid to start over, y'all. It's part of life. Reinvent yourself. There's so much out here in life. Like I'm starting over at 29. And I'm only 29, but I feel like I've lived like 6 lives in the short span of my life, because I'm not afraid to start over, and you shouldn't either. As always, I'm gonna leave it here. Stay grateful, stay faithful, stay consistent. Peace.